So hi on the Noise Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
Fucking season 9, man.
2025, baby. We're here. We made it.
We're here. We made it another year.
Really committing to the bit, the 5-year bit of this podcast.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, the first thing I said to Glory this morning, because today is also our first day back. We missed Monday. You know, busy bees. We missed Monday. So today, Tuesday, happy Tuesday, by the way.
Happy Tuesday.
Is our first day back. And the first thing I said to Glory was, damn, the fucking joke lives on another year.
Another fucking year, dude.
Isn't that wild?
It's fucking crazy how, as I said, how we just commit to the bit, honestly. Like, here we are, though.
We're master jokers.
We must be doing something right, though, because still here. I don't know.
Still here, kicking another year. Very excited for what 2025 is going to bring. Looking forward to another year doing more and more interviews and the weekly stuff. And, you know, we got on the same page, Glory and I, and we are ready to rock and roll this year. But yeah, we're jumping into it. Of course, you know, it wouldn't be a weekly episode if I didn't already go to a show a week and a half into 2025 starting.
2 weeks, actually.
Damn, that's craziness. 2 weeks already. Yeah, on Sunday night I was at Starland Ballroom seeing Silverstein. Thursday, Arm's Length and Split Chain, first show of the year. You know how I feel about Silverstein. I had to be there. Split Chain opened the show. They're from England. It was their first time here in the U.S. Their third show in the U.S. because it was the third night of tour. They fucking rocked. I didn't know really what to expect going into it. I like to know the set list. Theirs wasn't posted anywhere. I checked out a couple of tunes beforehand. I was like, yeah, they rock. You know, this is good. And they were fucking solid. Very good band. You know, was stoked to have found them. Arm's Length. It's been a while since I've seen Arm's Length. I think the last time I saw them was probably on the Heart Attack Man tour, but not the one where they were direct support. The 2022 Heart Attack Man tour, where they were second of 4. I think it was before the album was 100% rolled out. But yeah, it's been a minute since I have seen Arm's Length. It was super cool to see them. You know, biggest rooms they've ever played. That's what they've been posting on their social media, and it was wild to see people, you know, there for the band. Not to say that they don't have any fans at all, but like like Silverstein has sold out that room a bunch. Thursday, it was their hometown show. They've sold out that room like just hand over fist how many times they've sold that room out. So to see people at a show like that for them was super awesome. Thursday, I've only seen Thursday in massive spaces. I'm talking arenas and festivals on the beach in Atlantic City. So,
opening for My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, you know, and I will be seeing them again on the biggest stage you can possibly be in New Jersey in August, opening for My Chemical Romance again at MetLife Stadium. But finally got to see them in a club. It has been not like this ultimate bucket list where I would go see them headline to catch them in a club, but a want. So it was cool to finally see them in that kind of setting versus way up in the rafters and they're all the way down there. Such a great live band. You know, Jeff's vocals just continuously blow me away. The smoothless transitions from screaming his lungs out to singing, it just never ceases to amaze me. The energy that the band has on stage is insane, and you know, watching Tucker drum is always a treat. He's a fucking animal behind the kit.
Right. Shout out Tucker.
Shout out Tucker. And Silverstein, the main boys of the night, were fucking incredible. They're celebrating 25 years as a band, and they are playing at least one song off of every single project.
That's so dope. We need more of that. Guys, take notes.
Yep. And
Tom Brokaw.
And they got a lot of records. They played like 20 some odd songs, played for an hour and a half. Started with their most recent stuff, the singles off of their upcoming album, the first record of a double album. And went in reverse order all the way to the encore being you know, the first song, like the singles off of their first record. super super awesome. You know, it was such a treat. They're always a phenomenal live band. They always blow me the fuck away. One of my favorite bands to see. So I was glad to see them. The last time I saw them was 2022 as well, on their co-headlining tour with the Amity Affliction, and that was just such a weird vibe. You know,
unsettling to say the least.
Yeah, not that like they were, you know, not that any of the bands were bad per se on the tour. It was just like the Amity Affliction and Silverstein co-headlining together with support from Holding Absence and Unity TX kind of just feels like four bands that wanted to do something in the fall, and they were just like,
we're all available. Yes. None of this shit lines up, but why the fuck not?
And the crowd kind of reflected that, and the vibe of the crowd reflected that, because
I can imagine.
Although, you know, it you know, Silverstein lives in the heavy world. They're not metalcore, so it's like two kind of different genres. It was weird.
Yeah, it's like the two sides of metalcore. Yeah, I guess it's so fucking, and they don't overlap. The fans do not overlap. That's not how that works.
It was a weird vibe. So, you know, this one was a little bit more in line with what I expected. The crowd definitely showed that. Super awesome show. Was glad to finally see them. Coming up for me, I got Shades Apart. Next week, next Saturday. It's coming up fast. And then possibly, hopefully, TX2, because I had such a fucking blast last time I saw him. I might just go to Philly for the fuck of it.
Why the hell not? He's going to Richmond, but I think it sold out, and it's also Richmond. My brain, it's too early in the year for me to do that. It's a waste. Love you. I'll be there in spirit, though, because it's TX2, Tilly, and Flat Out, right?
Yeah.
Shout out.
But yeah, we're jumping into it here. We got new music to talk about. Can't believe top of the year we've already got 2 records to chat about. It does not normally happen this fast.
No.
But getting right into it, Paleface Swiss dropped a new album, Curse. We were covering the rollout all of last year. Album dropped the first Friday of this year on January 3rd. This album is fucking awesome.
It is, yeah.
My main problem is the amount of singles and then how short the album wound up being tracklist wise.
Exactly, yeah, because it felt like you got majority of the fucking record. It was spoiled. It was spoiled for you. There's a very fine line between putting out enough singles where you're able to listen to the record and not be completely lost, and then putting out too many singles and spoiling an entire record for your listeners. But I mean, are we just like picky, or do other people like complain about like, I didn't get to be surprised with things?
Yeah, people complain about it, and I see some discussion online where it's like, I'll only listen to X amount of singles, and then like after that, like it comes up a lot, you know, when Memphis May Fire puts out a new single, because they put out the entire album as singles.
Shout out Maddie Mullins.
You know, that I see that conversation come up every time there's a new single, and we'll be talking about the newest one here in a little bit. But yeah, our problem is it's kind of what we do. So it comes with the territory.
We can't just say, no, guys, we capped at 3 singles. We're done.
Yeah, because you know, if it were me, and you know, we didn't have this podcast, and number one, I might not have never checked this album out to begin with. But if I did, it would have been like whatever single was getting the most hype. And then kind of like, you know, sporadically, but not checking out every single. I only really do that for, you know, in my own personal listening, the albums I'm really excited for. Like I made
artists you already know.
Yeah, we're not talking about the new Architect single until next week, but I literally interrupted my second playthrough of the playlist to go listen to that single because I'm so excited about that record. I you know, there's bands I would do that for, bands that I would just wait for the album. So yeah, I see people complain, but we complain, but there's absolutely nothing we could do about it unless we just 86 this portion of the programming entirely,
which is like the main thing. So
it's kind of why it started.
Stuck here. Yeah, we're kind of stuck here. Yeah.
But yes, that gripe aside, the album front to back is incredibly strong. There's not a moment in this record where, you know, it slows down and they just keep kicking you in the teeth. I really like there's like an intro track to kick the record off. The first real song is Hatred, and I love the way that song kicks you in the teeth. The vocal delivery especially is so fucking awesome. It's the kind of, it's the kind of heavy music that I initially fell in love with, this kind of sound, and this record really encapsulates it, and I'm just super digging that track in particular. My Blood on Your Hands, I know when it was a single, I was like, I don't know about this one, and Gloria was like, are you deaf?
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm like, yeah, maybe I am. I waited 10 minutes to pull out the world famous line in the context of the album.
Yay! First one of the year.
Yeah, first of many.
I didn't do it.
The song smashes. Another one of my favorites. Youth Decay as well. So many great tracks on this album. My only gripe is just how short it is. But with that being said, it also doesn't overstay its welcome. It's got that replayability, makes me want to come back. So a very strong record for sure. It actually, because them and Stick to Your Guns are touring together in the US. Paleface is coming over to headline Stick to Your Guns' direct support, and I've checked the tour a dozen times, but because spoiler alert, I also really enjoyed the Stick to Your Guns album. I was like, did they magically add a date near me? Because I'm digging both of these albums so much. They didn't, but it's okay.
No, Cursed is incredible. I mean, 30 minutes, 9 tracks. I think it flows incredibly well. As you said, it's a bittersweet album because it doesn't overstay its welcome, but it's also, I could have taken 2 or 3 more tracks, especially at the pace that they were going on the record. It just felt like it could have kept going for another 15 minutes. I would have been completely okay with that. My favorite run is My Blood on Your Hands, Love Burns, which is my favorite track off of the record. That shit, I had that on repeat the first time I listened to the record all the way through. Listened to that 3 or 4 times because it is just that song. And River of Sorrows, I think how that closes the record is incredible. Honestly, I think the fucking record's incredible. I was anticipating the fuck out of this one because I really enjoyed all of the singles that they dropped. Majority of the singles that they dropped. But fuck, dude, they did not let me down. Love Burns, though, shout out. Heavy shout out on that one. So fucking good. So heavy and catchy as shit. That little riff. I love it. Okay, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Stick to Your Guns dropped their new album, Keep Planting Flowers. Holy shit. This album, talk about a fucking whirlwind. All right. So this one is a record that does continuously kind of kick you in your teeth a little bit. There are a couple more moments, obviously, because there are a shit ton more tracks versus the 9 tracks for the Paleface Swiss record, where they do kind of pull back a little bit, but it's still high energy. I think this record's fucking incredible, especially that See You Space Cowboy track as the closer. I heard See You Space Cowboy and I went, I know where we are right now. I've been here before. I've played these games before. Whatever the fuck that means. This fucking record is incredible. The title track is insane. We Die Anyway, Spineless, Permanent Dark. The first 3 tracks are incredible as well. Honestly, dude. Oh, Severed Forever was also one of my favorites listening through. I'm naming half the track listing. I really enjoyed this one. There were a couple songs. Again, it could just be because I'm not as well versed in hardcore. There were a lot of there's a good bit of hardcore, and I went, oh my god, this sounds like Speed. Shout out Speed. But then it's oh, that's the only hardcore band that I listen to. So obviously, I'm just gonna connect the two.
Yeah,
could be influenced, could be not, could also just be the genre in its own. I don't know. Loved it though. Loved Speed. Loved Stick to Your Guns. Great record. Fucking loved it.
Hell yeah. Yeah, this record blew me away. We've been covering Stick to Your Guns for a little bit. We covered the rollout of this record, and what we ultimately wound up getting is not what I expected, because obviously I know Stick to Your Guns is a hardcore band, and there are plenty of those moments just littered throughout this record. But there's also, like you mentioned, times where they pull back, but they're not really pulling back. It's going, not to use another buzzword, we're just getting all the buzzwords in right away.
Yay!
Melodic. You said
it first one of the year. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Okay.
There, there's those melodic moments that for me kind of add, some pacing and flow, to the album instead of just continuously bashing my head in. As while I do enjoy hardcore, I enjoy, more melodic music just in general. So to have an album where it's a little bit more balanced, leaning more on where the band comes from, but also having plenty of melodic moments is something that I really enjoyed and gravitated towards about this record. My favorite, some of my favorite tracks, Permanent Dark, Invisible Rain, Severed Forever. I'll also name the first two. Like, honestly, the first half of the record is just incredibly solid. But I really like the last two. And honestly, kind of the dichotomy between those with Who Needs Who, which is just a straight up 55-second ass beater. Like, I feel like they'll play that live, someone might die.
And for sure. No, someone's jumping off a fucking balcony. Yeah. Yeah,
and then Hate for You, which with See You Space Cowboy, which is a fantastic feature, is obviously heavy, but feels like a closer. Got a little bit more of a melodic element to it, which is something that See You Space Cowboy brought into their most recent record as well. It's such a fantastic pairing, that song. But yeah, this record in its entirety is such a smasher. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did.
No.
But I'm really fucking with this one. Something I'll be revisiting for sure.
Absolutely. Great record. Great start to the year, honestly. Both of these records, 2025, don't let me down.
Shaping up to be good, Thursday dropped their new single, Taking Inventory of a Frozen Lake. They've been slowly dropping singles from last year, teetering into this year. This also came out the first Friday of 2025. I like it. I've been, slowly getting into Thursday. I enjoy the set list staples because they've got, those that I when seeing them on Sunday, I knew those because I've seen them a bunch already. So slowly getting into Thursday. They kind of feel like, and this is fucking weird, I don't know why I feel this way, like the Bruce Springsteen of like the New Jersey like post-hardcore, like that era of like My Chemical Romance and Thursday and those bands coming up for some reason, because My Chemical Romance has exceeded and just like become their own entity. Thursday just kind of feels like the staple, like the New Jersey staple band. So I'm glad you see where I'm coming from.
No, absolutely. When you said that, I was like, oh no,
I don't even know if I see it.
No, man, I get it.
I'm just feeling some type of way. I don't know. But yeah, I'm enjoying this track. I'm enjoying my slow descent into the Thursday lore, and I'm stoked for more.
Yeah, hell yeah. I thought this song was great. I'm also slowly getting into Thursday, because it's typically not like a genre that I listen to. It's taking me a second, but I mean, this track I thoroughly enjoyed. So I'm excited to see kind of what else they have hiding up their sleeve with these releases. It's very curious.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it is. It does feel like, Thursday in a weird way is like an acquired taste. Like, you have to be into it, because even the new stuff is still very reminiscent of what they were making when they were, consistently putting out music, and that style of post-hardcore is definitely an acquired taste. At least I know for me. So it is like that. You got to ease yourself in, because if you go too fast, for me, I'll be like, what, I'm good. I don't like
chilling.
It.
Yeah. Jeez. Great American Ghost dropped their new single, Echoes of War.
Dude, when I tell you that this is one of my most anticipated records of the year. I ain't shitting you.
Golly. Okay.
Found out about this band when I saw them open for the Ghosts Inside. They put out their first single off of the record. Around that tour, seeing them live absolutely blew me the fuck away. And I have been amped on this band and this album ever since. comes out at the end of the month. This single blew me the fuck away. I am so goddamn excited to have this entire album in my ear holes, because it's been like it's been since like May the album started rolling out, because I think that tour happened in May. So we're coming up on a year almost, and I need this to hear this album desperately.
Exactly. Come on, guys, just send it over. Look at how much he wants to listen to it. Come on.
Open invitation to dive into it. Literally one of my most anticipated records of the year.
Exactly. It sounds like, I mean, you haven't even heard it yet and it's already on the list. So
potentially.
Come on, guys.
And it is that time of year right before it gets really busy where I'll find a record to hyperfixate on until I'm spending a week with each album. So this has got a chance.
Major potential.
Yeah.
Major potential. I thought this track was great. I was a little hesitant the first time you kind of put them on the playlist, because I was like, who the fuck is this? But with every single that we've been covering, I've grown to love Great American Ghost. I think they're incredible. And yeah, no, I'm very excited for the record as well, because you're telling me I get to sit down and listen to them for an extended period of time instead of just little bits and pieces. Yeah, I'm down. I could do that, I think. I think they're so fucking good. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Pop Evil dropped their new single, Wishful Thinking. So I texted Gloria and I was like, I don't know, I guess I'm getting into this Pop Evil band, because I've heard some stuff in the past and I've never been super into it. You know, they've always existed in this scene, but I've been, you know, listening to Octane a lot more recently now that I have a car with Sirius. Me with my Octane. I just love driving around during the weekend and listening to Octane. Big Un's Countdown. I make sure I'm in the car for that, man.
Of course, yeah.
And, you know, I've been, you know, hearing their song "What Remains" a lot, and you know, they put out a new single and they announced their record, and I was like, fuck it, we're just gonna start covering it now, because I've been
add him to the playlist.
I've been so into the two singles that are out so far that I was like, I'm into it now. I'm into it. I'm sold on the band. I don't know what took me so long, and now I'm bummed because there was a Pop Evil, The Word Alive, Avoid tour that happened.
I did see that
last year or 2 years ago. I don't even know how long ago it happened.
I think it was 2.
But I missed it, and I will forever be pissed off at myself now, because I love all three of those bands now.
Absolutely.
Pop Evil being the newest addition to that. New single here, Wishful Thinking, is a fucking banger. I'm super into this. I'm super into the two singles previous. I'm trying not to listen to this song or all three songs 1,000,001 times, because the album does come out only in 2 months in March.
You're gonna do it. I know I'm gonna look up. You're gonna be FMing it, and I'm gonna be like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. I thought you were trying to save this shit.
Yeah, you got me clocked.
Life's too short, man. Stream the fuck out of that one song. Get sick of it. You know, that's how I live.
But like, not only will I be streaming it, I'll also then go in my car and it'll be on. So it's just, you know, it's this battle.
You get your doses of it, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, I've been digging it a lot. Super into this band now.
Hell yeah, wonderful. I thought this song was great. I mean, it does fit that kind of Octane core sound, which I'm not mad at all, but it's prevalent, man.
Oh yeah,
it's there.
It is there, and for sure.
It's like, it reminds me of that Jerish Johnson song where
that song's great.
Battling my demons inside, you know.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey man, I actually did enjoy that parody song, and I was like, no, this actually fucks. And so did everyone else.
That was one of my favorite songs last year.
Exactly, like unironically. So just noticing and just identifying, saying, yeah, that's Octane core, but that's the era we're in, and every fucking era of music had that specific sound, that specific breakdown, that, you know, so it's kind of just, we're living in it. It's fine. In 5 years, we're going to be reminiscing and being like, fuck, I miss Octane core.
Yeah.
I miss when I miss this era. Because, I mean, if you're looking at fucking, like, Ask Alexandra and, like, fuck, oh my god, Breaking Benjamin and, like that era, they all have the same fucking formula in, like, the early 2000s. So, like, come on. It's all good. I fucking love it. I'm with it.
Yeah.
I loved this song a lot. Good song.
Oh, yeah.
Memphis May Fire and Blind Side dropped their new single Overdose. Shout out Memphis May Fire.
Shout out Memphis May Fire. Shout out Maddie Mullins.
Meanie Mullins.
Hell
I
yeah.
love him. And I like this isn't a joke. This is not a fucking joke. I fucking love him.
Yeah, dude, he's great.
My favorite
Um,
redhead, bro.
yeah, this album, man, it's almost here. We've
Hmm.
heard most of it,
Yeah.
but that's just the Memphis May Fire way. It works for them. Can't complain.
Love him.
It's what we expect now at this point. Overdose is easily one of my favorite singles that I've heard off of the upcoming album. I haven't really been this blown away by a song from the rollout since Chaotic. I've obviously enjoyed all of the songs off the rollout, but this song, has got that big catchy fucking chorus on it.
Oh yeah.
That I dig so much. Memphis May Fire does that so well. Chaotic also has that, which is why I kind of put them in the same box. But this like I've been excited for this album, but this made me really really excited for this album when I heard this song.
Yeah, hell yeah. I fuck with this song heavy. Especially the guitar tuning. I love how fucking oh my God. Maybe the comments are right. Do I curse too? Jesus, oh my God. I do read them. I see that shit. I'm not changing. Sorry guys. I love the guitar tuning. I love how like almost techno based this song is. It's very refreshing, especially for like Memphis May Fire, because it feels new. And God, it's so fucking clean sounding too, but it still has like little grimy moments to still make it not sound like pop polished. I think it's a great track. I'm a big fan of this. I also love the breakdown. Shout out the breakdown a lot. I think it's like in I don't know. It's in the first half.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Insane. I'm very excited for this record. Now this is a record that I'm heavily anticipating. This shit, it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so good.
Hell yeah. Ellis Dunes dropped their new single Violet. Album drops at the end of the month. I'm very excited about that as well. Dude, the fucking emotion on this song, like, there's a way that Anthony Green has with his vocal delivery that always evokes an emotion, and that's why I love him as a vocalist so much. But this song in particular, along with the lyrical content, just perfectly encapsulates like this yearning feeling that I felt immediately when I heard the song for the first time. That is what I like about LS Dunes so much. Is it's not every song for me, but there's always a couple of songs on the first record and now with this upcoming second record that I get this intense emotional feeling from.
Absolutely.
The entire thing, all the instruments, but really being led by Anthony's vocal delivery. And this song is one of those, and that's why I love this band so much. I am really excited for this album, and I need another U.S. tour because I've missed the past couple. I haven't seen them since they headlined. Well, no, that's a lie. I saw them at a festival.
Did you see with Chris Seville?
No, I didn't go to that.
No? Oh, okay. Shit, I thought you did.
So I saw them at the beach festival, the adjacent fest. But it's been a while, and I need another headline for sure.
Would love to see it. Yeah, I completely agree with you on the Anthony's vocals kind of being the driving force of like emotion and shit. I think it's because his vocals are so easily able to switch from just singing to almost respectfully kind of like a pathetic like yell, because when you see in like metalcore and honestly just metal in general, it's always a very strong like I'm angry yelling, where with LS Dunes and his 50 million other fucking projects, because the man can't stop making and joining bands.
Yeah.
I think you fucking nailed it, a yearning almost yell, like giving up, like just fucking sad as shit. And I love it. It's so good. Hope You're Good. Great song. I love this. I completely agree with you. There's always like a handful of songs on the record or just in the singles that they drop where it clicks immediately. And especially for me, someone who is still getting used to Anthony Green's vocals.
It's been so long. Get used to him, bro.
I know. This is the second record, and it's like I'm still working on it. I think it's because I listen to them so infrequently. So that's just it. But it's like every rollout, by the end of it, I'm like, yeah, I fuck with his vocals. And then there's like a 2-year cooldown, and I go, I don't know anymore. Love this track. Loved the track before last.
Mhm.
That one was really fucking good. They're on a good run, good spree. Very fucking excited for this album.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Mayday Parade dropped their new single, by the way. Mayday Parade, you Mayday Parade again.
Dude, they made a parade for sure.
Hard.
So 20 years of the band, which is wild to think
Damn.
about. I cannot believe that. When we got the little press release, I was like, 20 years. What the fuck do you mean 20
What
years?
the hell? Yeah.
And it's they announced the record with this single. It comes out in April. It's the first of 3 albums this year. They're doing 3 records to celebrate 20 years.
Mayday Parade, man.
That's a lot.
Shout out.
That's a lot of Mayday Parade. Like,
that's a lot. God, I'm gonna be Mayday Parade's biggest fan by then.
Dude. It was such a stark contrast in our playlist because like we had Pop Evil, Memphis May Fire, and then the slight change to LS Dunes. You know, we just discussed the Yearning, and then this like bright, sunny pop punk song immediately after. I was like, that's Mayday Parade within 9 nanoseconds of it starting.
Exactly. There was no, is that Lacona Coil? Like, who is this? I don't know.
Yeah, this song's solid. You know, Mayday Parade does what Mayday Parade does. Another banger from them for sure. Excited for the first of many albums that we're gonna be getting.
So like, Jesus Christ, guys, you know, hold something back. Hold something back, dude. I know if this was like, I'm very excited to become a fan, like a big fan of Mayday Parade. Was a fan before. This should like
number one fan,
right? Yeah, no, they're gonna be my top artist by the end of the year, probably.
Potentially.
Yeah, I mean, with all the fucking songs. Yeah, I loved this track a lot. I think Mayday Parade just nails kind of just the pop punk, sunny, even though it's winter, but just kind of like that sunny summer vibe. So it's like a little pop of summer in the middle of winter, and I love it. God, they're so, even if like the lyrics aren't super happy, just the sound is very uplifting, and I fuck with Mayday Parade heavy.
Yeah, you want to be super depressed, you listen to the lyrics. You want to like feel uplifted, you listen to the instrumentals. It's why like this time of year I have a hard time listening to most pop punk, but this is one of those bands that's like the definitive like no for me in the middle of winter, because it's just like it's too bright for me. It's fucking dark outside by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't need feel good music.
Hell no. I want to feel fucking sad as shit right now, or angry.
I want the instrumentals to reflect that feeling, not be the opposite.
Put on Daily by Movement. Put that shit on loop. Let's do that. Let's do that. Turn off Mayday Parade.
Silverstein dropped a new single, Don't Let Me Get Too Low. First half of the double album dropping here in February, second half dropping later this year. So many bands doing so many albums this year.
So many bands, period.
So many bands. Another fantastic song from Silverstein. I'm very excited for this album. I just love Shane's vocal delivery just across the board, but on this song as well. Just phenomenal. One thing that blows me away, especially live, is just the seamless transition from like screaming his fucking head off to this like beautiful angelic soaring chorus. It always blows me the fuck away, never ceases to amaze me. Plenty of that throughout their discography on the singles. I'm sure will be on the record as well. Very excited. Big Silverstein guy.
This is a band that I have wanted to get into since I first learned about them. I used to get them confused with Grayscale a lot because silver, gray. Come on, guys, you're doing too much. I don't know which one you're talking about. I'm very excited now that, I mean, they're dropping an album, so I should be able to fully get into the rollout and listen to the record in full and hopefully make a really good connection with it, because this is very promising. I do want to point out, you will possibly understand what I'm talking about. I think I should have looked it up before starting my thought. It is, I believe, the bridge that is reminding me of Happy. I can't remember exactly which fucking song. It's the sexy song off Cult Classic. I think it is... Baby, that's so fun, baby. I can't fucking remember. I think it's Winona Ryder. I think is the song because it's the one where he's in like a where Tate is in like a snow lodge or something. I remember that music video. And that's a positive because I fucking love Happy and being able to hear that type of sound in a new track, it just feels like I'm reliving Finding Happy again. And that just, I haven't felt that joy and that nostalgia for that genre in so fucking long. And I've recently been revisiting Happy. So it's like a full circle moment. It's like, damn, the new age Happy is incredible, even though they've been around longer and lived longer than Happy Silverstein. So it's just, man, I'm just happy. I love this song a
You're
lot.
just happy, man. Yeah. I have spent like a fifth, like 5% of the amount of
Yeah.
time you have spent with Happy. So I do not make any sense of anything you just said there, but
Yeah.
I'm happy that you're happy that
With
you
Happy.
are rediscovering Happy and are discovering Silverstein.
And I'm seeing Happy in Silverstein. I'm just happy today, man.
Hey, man, that's good to
Yeah.
hear, man.
Hell yeah. Lacuna Coil dropped a new single, Gravity. Crazy shit. Period. That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
Yeah, man. This song in particular, I really am fucking with. Been digging the rollout. We finally started covering Lacuna Coil with their new album dropping here in a few weeks. And this song, just something about it, the way it opens a little bit more like atmospheric in a weird way,
very big.
and then just coming in and smashing you as they normally do. I really am fucking with this. I'm excited to hear this album in full. We're like 6 singles deep at this point, so
Yeah.
I'm ready for the album.
Absolutely. I think that this song is incredible. I love the very big, theatrical, dramatic sound that it has. I think the vocals are incredible. I think because it's such a big song, the vocals are able to fucking shine too. And she's able to show off a little bit and kind of go, yeah, I can fucking sing. Yeah, what about it?
Yeah.
What about it? Fucking do something about it. I loved this shit so much. Dramatic as fuck, and I feel like this shit would go crazy live. Big fan. Massive fan.
Ryan Oakes and Sky Daddy dropped their new single Angels Like Me. The second Ryan started teasing this one on socials, I was like, this one's gonna be a smash hit for me. I just know it. And I was right. Fucking with this one big time. I'm ready for another year of Ryan Oakes just absolutely dropping heaters whenever he feels like it.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. I'm very excited for the upcoming year of Ryan Oakes. I think that this is definitely a different direction that he's taking. It's a little more laid back. He's usually very aggressive on the more aggressive side. He's nowhere near, he's not doing fucking drill, He's not doing that type of shit. But he's usually his delivery is a little more aggressive than what it is in this one. So it's very exciting to see kind of how he's able to bend it a little bit, especially with the feature and the contrast of the very pretty vocals going in. Again, it's very reminiscent of like early 2000s rap pop coming together, where there would just be a rapper featuring on a pop track and it just blends together so fucking beautifully. I miss that. Can we please bring that back, guys? It's okay to have girls sing on your song. It's awesome. Big fan of this track. Really like it, and I am very excited to see what else he has up his sleeve.
Hell yeah.
Pup dropped their new single Paranoid. Not the Tyler the Creator song.
Nuh-uh. And this wraps it up for us here with the last go around, last topic. But I saw that this Pup single dropped, and I was like, God damn, I haven't thought about Pup in so long.
Yeah, because what was their last record? The really colorful record?
Yeah.
Fuck, that was like 3 years ago.
Yeah,
no?
a long time ago. So they've been obviously operating, doing their own thing. Follow them loosely, but I didn't realize that they were on the last leg of Sum 41's final tour. So hence the single drop, because I saw the single and I was like, what is the band up to? Like, does this announce a record? Like, I need to be filled in.
Mean?
I've been lost in the sauce. Clearly, this is in my release radar, and I need to know what's going on. Have we missed a fucking rollout? Is the album out? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. So
that is why I put the two pieces together. Obviously, massive tour for them. Fucking huge. Super cool to see. This song is solid. We've been following Pup for a while, and excited to see where this goes. We established last record a long time ago, expecting an album this year. We don't know, we can't confirm that, but just expecting one.
Yeah, exactly. Damn right. I think that this track is great. Pup is one of those bands where I feel like I would love to see them live, because their sound to me just sounds live. Just how they record, it sounds very like organized chaos, and I'm very excited to listen to them now and be able to actually digest their shit, because I feel like back in 2022 we were kind of starting to like be able to form thoughts and opinions on records, but now that I'm able to actually like think and explain my brain, it should be really good. I'm very excited.
And not just say, wow, this was great.
This was good. This wasn't very good. I wasn't the biggest fan of this.
And then somehow it's still an hour long. I don't know how the fuck that's possible.
I don't know how that works. We would like speed run shit, and then because we bullshit. That's why. Because you would go to like 20 shows and you'd be talking about that for 45 minutes.
I still do.
I know. Great track, big fan. I would love to see this band live.
Me too. But yeah, that's all the topics we have today. You can follow us on Twitter. It's Good Noise for Noise _cast. Instagram's Good Noise Podcast. Facebook is Good Noise Pod. TikTok is Good Noise Podcast. YouTube, Good Noise Podcast. All those audio streaming services are Good Noise Podcast. Patreon is patreon.com/Good Noise Podcast. And Glorious got your Patreon supporters, your Twitch subs, your important plugs, your merch store plug, your Amazon storefront plug, and then we're going to sign off.
Check out our merch. It is goodnoisepodcast.creator-spring.com. Check out our Amazon storefront. It has all of our supplies that we use to create the podcast. It has our mics. It has our headphones. It has our chairs, maybe. I don't know. Computer parts. I don't know. Mouse pads, shit like that.
I should put all my computer parts in mine.
Yeah, no, me too. I didn't, yeah. Yeah, so go do that. That would help us a lot. We get a little commission for every sale, and that helps us pay for podcast tools that we are subscribed to. Thank you to our Patreon supporters, Matt from Pulses, Pop Punk Apologist, David Arrington, Tyson from Heal the Hurt, and Eric. And then thank you to our Twitch sub, Matt again from Pulses. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
First shout out of the year. Important plugs. Black Lives Matter, Stop Asian Hate, Free Palestine, be a decent person, support local bands, don't be a fucking asshole at shows, because everyone's there just to have a good time, man. If you're being a fucking asshole, you're just gonna fucking make everyone else mad, and that's gonna make everything worse, so don't do that. If you're in LA, definitely look for resources, obviously, to help yourself out. I know Tyler, the Creator, has a lot of the golf stores that are pickup spots for kind of well-being, just shit. So kind of like, shirts, sanitary items, just food, just everything like that. That's one off the top of my head that I know. So if you can find a golf store, definitely go to those and get yourself some stuff. I know the home team is giving away merch to people who lost clothes in the fires. So shout out to everyone who's doing their part and trying to look out for each other, because that shit sucks majorly. It is the biggest, I'm pretty sure the biggest fire that has happened in history for California. So it's really fucking bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're in California, be safe, be aware, and that's all I got.
Hell yeah. Well, I have been Shane.
I have been Glory.
And we've been the Good Noise Podcast. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.